there, this is Gina with Gina's Crafting Spot here on YouTube, and this is a scrapbook layout called Cuties, and it's of my son and his daddy. We're at Hollywood Studios, and this is a DIY shop 12 by 12 paper pack, and it has some cutouts in there that I cut out, and here I'm just trying to choose the colors, and those are the cut aparts I was talking about, and I also have some other snapshots, little cards in there as well that I thought coordinated well with this paper pad. So those are the colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to use that red rickrack or chevron, whatever you want to call it, paper to mat my photos, and that's my little cutie pie. And I'm just using ATG to as my adhesive for this, for most of the pieces on here. And then I'm just trying to decide what other colors I want, and I'm going to use that sunburst paper. Everything's from that 12 by 12 pack, and all I'm going to do is just cut a piece out to layer the photos on. I'm going to use that for a piece at the back later, and that's also going to be part of, that's going to be a layer. But I figured that yellow back there would pop the photos a little bit more and kind of go with the yellow in my in the baby shirt. So I'm attaching it, and then I'm going to cut it down. And I left a little space at the top, and you'll see I'm going to leave a little space at the bottom so I could do some punching with a border punch. And there I am doing it. And I know it's EK Success. I don't know what the name of it is, but you got to be careful, because if you mess up, then you make too many little dots, and I don't know, I have to pay attention when I'm cutting that out. See, I missed a piece, so I got to go back and try to get it perfect. Kind of wish I could do it faster than 4 times, because I don't know how to cut stuff out. I don't think I don't know, it seems kind of complicated to crop pieces out, so. I'm looking for some more paper to use as a background, and I decided on that wood grain, or that wood looking paper, just because they're guys and it's a little more masculine, I think. So I'm just going to end up using a couple pieces of this in the background, one of the layering pieces. Just cutting off the fuzzies that were left over from my cutter. So just trying to figure out how I want to layer everything. And here I'm going to start pulling out some little cards I want to use. I'm going to use that mustache one for sure. And those border strips, I again just cut out from one of the papers in that 12 by 12, had a bunch of, well, all of those, and I just cut them out individually. Save some time, I figure. Excuse me. So those scallopy borders I'm going to end up using on that green piece. It's turquoise, I guess, not green. Excuse me, I've done a few voiceovers and my voice is going. So those are the top and bottoms I'm going to use for just framing the layout. They're pink with white polka dot, or not white, but like creamy polka dots. I'm attaching the border. I'm just using 2 pieces, one on each side. And at the end you're not going to see too much of it. It's going to be covered, but I know it's there. So, what could I talk about? Doesn't seem like it's going fast enough for me. So I know at some point I'm going to outline all the pieces. And I think next time I'm going to end up just using distress ink or something instead of, especially with these papers, because I think the distress ink would look good instead of doing the outlining, because it kind of takes a while using the ruler, and it doesn't take that long, but you know. And it might be more noticeable if I distress it. So here I'm just picking out some different little pieces I think I might use. I'm going to use that Oh Hello Love, the typewriter for sure, and the mustache one for sure. And that little piece of paper, the blue stripe, I'm going to use that as well. I'm going to use a punch on it. Here I am attaching the yellow to that black. It just says today, 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 today. Excuse me. So I'm just cutting it down. And now, oh, this is where I'm going to do all of my, or do some outlining. And I think I'm going to do everything, so it's going to take a minute. And I just love doing these voiceovers. It's nice to be able to just craft and not think about what you're doing to talk about it, because that, like when I make cards, that kind of takes up more time. Like my brain is thinking, so I'm not able to work as fast, and this way I'm just able to do what I need to do and then worry about telling you guys, you know, everything, not worry, but you know, tell you guys about everything I did after the fact. That way I could, yeah, work a little faster and just talk. And I'm getting really excited because I've got a couple already done, so I'm going to be able to upload every day. And I have a ton of photos, so I mean that part won't be a problem. And I got my computer set up in the basement, so now I use it whenever I want. It's just here, so that way I could do my voiceovers and stuff. Before it was upstairs and my daughter had it and she was always on it, or you know, she would use it to watch you know, do stuff on the computer. She's 8. YouTube videos and stuff like that, so then I would have to reset up everything, like, because I used a headset and I don't know, I'm not too savvy. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I hope you're still there. Sorry about that. Last time I stopped the narration, it just went away and I had to redo it, so I just had to answer the phone. And then I'm just trimming, well, you saw I just outlined, you didn't miss any narration. And there I'm just adding those two pieces, one to the top left, one to the bottom right. That's a piece that has the little bit of, the scallop edges, which like I said, you can't see much, but I know it's there. So now I'm going to add the actual photo cluster down just with the ATG, kind of towards the bottom. Trying to position my little tags and such. That's not going to stay there. I just try to layer as much as I can, like I see folks doing, but can't always find a place. So that "Oh Hello Love" is going to go there to the right of the photos on the bottom eventually. And I'm going to end up cutting that down a little bit. That's a little black and cream stripe tag. I'm going to end up using that. I'm using just a regular hole punch. Or no, that might be the bitty hole punch, and I punched it a few times just because I needed to make the big hole, or the hole big. So I'm just using some embroidery floss to add that to the tags and just tying it on there. It's just like a cream color. So I just put on those two tag toppers. Gonna outline. Then I have one more tag I'm going to use. Then I just have to clean off my ruler because it has ink on it. Just with the baby wipe. And that piece I'm going to use a punch on. It's like a journaling punch. It has the brackets, but I'm not using the brackets. So I'm going to use half of that on top, and I'm outlining it just because it's not standing out. So I put that little green flower piece and then the bracket up top right for a little cluster. That is where the little typewriter tag's going to go eventually. I'll cut down the tag. Ink the edges a little bit because it was white. I'm just going to add that down. Not using any kind of, what's it called? Just laying it down flat. Trying to decide how I want to position those, and that's how it's going to end up. And I put that down just with adhesive, but I could see that it's kind of buckling a little bit because it's on a couple layers. So I'm going to go in a minute and put some dimensional adhesive foam tape. So it's just a little red piece I cut down just to use as a little something back there. Attaching that tag on that piece. Oh Hello Love. And that's where I'm putting on the foam because I know it's kind of flattening in places. Then here I'm getting out some little wood potty people. I think it's Studio Calico I got them from. It's a little boy and a daddy boy. And nothing else I could really figure. I don't have many wood veneers or anything, so. It's Mommy, Daddy's not here. Sorry. It is freezing negative I don't know what out, so the kids got a day off from school again. So we're gonna like go well into the summer at this rate. Cool. It looks like the guy from Lego Movie. Yeah. Cool. You're so creative. Tyler's playing with his Legos. So that tag, I'm trying to see if I could cut it out, but it's not gonna fit. That little rest of the bracket I'm just putting there on the bottom. Trying to find a place for the rest of that tag, but it's not gonna find a home on this layout anyway. Then I'm gonna take some of my, Tyler. I'm gonna take, oh that's the tag, I'm just cutting it down. And I think I'm gonna have to go around it with a marker. And of course add some floss to that as well after I punch some holes in it. And that's what I'm going to use to do my journaling. It's very, very little journaling. It's just going to say, it says today we did. And I just put, today we did fun stuff at Hollywood Studios. Love these guys. Or heart these guys. It's very, very little. Not much needed. And, you know, way of journaling. And then my title is going to go right to the right of the tag. Right there. And the title is just going to be Cuties. And it kind of looks like Oh Hello Love is going to be the title, but it's not. It's just Cuties. So those are my homemade not enamel dots, Skittles that I colored, and they're gold. And then I'm using, I don't know if after or now, I'm going to add some of my blue ones that I made with the dye. Stop it, Ty. With the alcohol inks. So, I'm just using glossy accents to attach, adding glossy accents to, yep, I did it on the mustache and then the hearts, or the heart, and then I'm going to add a couple more in a minute. It's more foam tape because I didn't put enough on that typewriter tag. I have to put a little more so it's all lifted evenly. And here I'm getting letters. I don't have that many yet. Those are just, you know, what I've had forever. And I think those little baby letters I'm going to use are just from... Hi there. Had to stop for a minute. But here I am. I'm writing with those little stickers. I think they're from the dollar... Not I think. It's from the dollar bin at Joann. I think... I don't know. But anyway, my title is Cuties, and I just put a heart there next to the title and one down by the typewriter. Attaching everything with glossy accents. Then I'm going to put glossy accents on the remaining two. And that is it. And there's a picture of it completed. So I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.